When you go abroad as a doctor or as a nurse, there are so many lessons you need to learn. There are so many things you need to fill yourself, so many information you need to fill yourself with and arm yourself with so that you do not stumble on a path where it will end you being in downfall. There's this case of a nurse who actually went abroad and was with a terminally ill patient, and she had to say a word of prayer for him. But unfortunately, she found herself with ill luck because she was reported, and I understand she was being deported and sacked from her job. Watch this video from Raquel, who would be speaking in Yoruba, but I'll do my best to shorten it and then have you listen to the English version of it, though it will be a slightly synonymous version of it, but learn one or two things from this. I'll be right back.
In Jesus' name, you, Niger carer, ongbadura fún ya 95 years old, end of life patient. Oh really? Ṣé tó gbà wá fún ni ẹ pé ká lọ máa gbàdúrà fún patient. Wọ́n wá sack ẹ ṣojú ede ti jà báyìí. Raquel Morenike lorúkọ mi, mental health specialist. Ní mi mo ní over 10 years experience working in the healthcare sector nílùú UK and Dubai.
A nurse who said to her patient in hospital, in Jesus' name, all will be well, gets reported, and she has been relieved of her nursing duties and now working as a support worker while she awaits her fate from the NMC. My name is Raquel Morenike. I am a mental health specialist. The things that can cause you a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, and so on, I bring the awareness to you. I also talk to you about the signs to watch out for in children or adults presenting with traits of autism or ADHD. Okay, so let's come to today. So this nurse said to her patient in a hospital, laying in a hospital bed, oh, in Jesus' name, all will be well. And, meant nothing about it. It was another patient on the same, in the same bay, but on another bed that reported the incident because apparently that one complained to her. Guys, I've always said this. It's okay to be very religious. Pray for your patients, but pray your heart. Pray for your patients, but pray in your heart. In Jesus' name, all will be well. You don't know who it is that is watching your back. You don't know. Maybe there's another nurse that is jealous of your position. If it be your manager self, we want to remove you because maybe you're very enthusiastic, you're very good at your job, and then they fear say, now you then go put for their position of whatever. So one tiny little thing now you go do, where then go take, nail you. In this case, from what I heard, it is the fact that, she said, in Jesus' name, all will be well. The patient, she told, took offense to it because they're an atheist. They were discussing it with another patient and that one reported it. Just like the case, sometimes now small thing where you go do, we then go report you. Now, they've relieved this nurse of her nursing duties. She doesn't know her fate. She's been reported to the NMC. And what is she doing now? Being a support worker. I mean, you guys can understand. It's the same thing I said to you about that nurse, friend of mine that was sleeping on duty and got reported. Even she said to me that when she went to hearing, even they were telling her that you got reported because you were sleeping. So you don't know who is watching your back. You don't know who's got it in for you. And the thing is, once you're reported to NMC, whether it's a big issue, small issue, trivial, non-trivial, they have to go through the investigating route, the this, the that, before they can decide whether you can continue to be a nurse or not. In that time, sometimes it could take 6 months, it could take a year. In that time, during that period, know how you will suffer mental health issues such as anxiety. You will be constantly nervous. You would have had nights where you will cry. You will have times when you're upset because you'll be thinking, you don't know your fate. You don't know if you can continue to practice as a nurse. You don't know what's going to happen. And the unknown is what kills people more than the issue itself. So to avoid any kind of wahala, any kind of this kind of reporting here, there, and everywhere, please it is so important. And they always tell you now, in Jesus' name, all will be well. In Jesus' name, kiniko. Put it in your heart and pray for your patients, but not to them. You don't know. You might be offending the patient. I'll give another example. I remember I get one time when I write reports. The patient, in one make them identify them as they. And me, for my reports, I don't forget. Now, woman at the see, so I write she. I no go lie. That thing cost me big yawa for work. You know, patients complain, do this, I had to apologize and this and that. So this country, as it dey be, na we go do one. Yes. So I beg, you no. Patient fee be atheist, patient fee be non-believer. Now you dey tell them in Jesus' name, all will be well. One, you're giving her fake promises. It might not be well, and maybe it will be well, but she doesn't need you to be the one to tell her. Let the doctors tell her scientifically that things will be well with her, with evidence, not from, religious point of view. So I beg, yes, this one, Naya, say, make her come bring them to my brothers and sisters practicing as nurses. Please, in Jesus' name, all will be well. In Jesus' name, this. In Jesus' name, this. Put them for inside your pocket. They no want them for work, and continue to work professionally, even as a carer. Take this piece of advice and use it at work. Take care and bye for now.
So you've heard from her Yoruba version a little bit and more of her English version. I believe you've learned one or two things. That your enthusiasticness in the office is possibly being jealous by your colleague. So you need to learn one or two lessons and know how you watch your back. I think you don't need to learn from being damaged. Must you? Must you learn from being damaged? I don't have to wait until I'm damaged before I learn a lesson or two in life. I have to seek other ways and learn from other people's maybe misfortune, or even learn from other people's better growth and see how I can even get better. But in this case, learn from other people's misfortune. Learn from their stories. Let me rather put it that way. Learn from their stories and get better, and watch your back when you go abroad, because life is not easy abroad. When you're telling a patient all will be well, he doesn't have hope in you, especially if he's an atheist, if he's not a Christian. All he wants is scientifically backed evidence that all will be well. So get a doctor to get that to him, and then if you need someone to pray for him, get a pastor, a religious leader to come and do that, if he believes in such a religion. If he doesn't, let it be. Pray in your heart. Guys, pray in your heart. I think some time ago in one of my stories, one of my videos that I had posted earlier, a colleague was sleeping on duty, and it's a female colleague, a Nigerian female colleague, that was videoing him, snapping pictures of him sleeping, and sent it to this guy's boss. And the boss came and asked him, what would you do if you found yourself in this kind of situation? He said he will fire the guy, and the boss said to him, I hand over to you your resume that you're fired. Out of your own mouth, you've accepted that you'll fire the guy. And so you're being fired because you were caught sleeping. So there may be persons that are jealous of you. So please learn to watch your back. Learn to pray in your heart. And when you're seeking God first, ask Him to watch your back for you. When there's problem in front, you're behind. And when there's problem behind, you're in front. But now you need to apply your own wisdom. Apply your own wisdom. This is Jabolko Thread, sharing live issues. Please share this to your friends and loved ones. Spread this news so that others will not be a victim. Thank you very much, and let's mature without damage. Bye.